The line between activism and jail time just got drawn in front of an AI lab.
And that's where we're starting. I'm Milo.
I'm Mila.
This is AI Daily.
Later in the show, a revenue report from Anthropic with a number so high it feels like a typo. But first, an activist in California is believed to be the first person jailed for protesting against artificial intelligence. The charge follows an incident where they blocked the entrance to a major AI company.
The activist's message, released after the fact, was directed at OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta. The plea was to regain your humanity. It's a notable escalation from picket lines and open letters.
It is. Protests outside these labs have been happening for a while, but they've largely been peaceful demonstrations. This is the first instance we can find of it leading to an arrest and jail time.
The specific action was physically obstructing access to a building. According to the reporting, this crossed a line for law enforcement. It moves the conflict from the realm of ideas to physical space.
And the activist seems to see this as a necessary step. The core of their argument is that the pace of AI development is reckless and that corporate leadership is deaf to public concern.
Which raises a difficult question. If you believe a technology poses a genuine existential threat, but the levers of regulation and corporate governance don't seem to be working, what actions are proportional?
That's the question. This one individual's answer was civil disobedience that resulted in their arrest. The open question is whether this is an isolated incident or the beginning of a new, more confrontational chapter in the public debate about AI.
Meanwhile, on the product side, OpenAI is rolling out a feature that watches how you use your computer.
That sounds comprehensive.
It's called Computer History, and it's part of the ChatGPT desktop app for macOS. The stated goal is to learn a user's workflows to eventually suggest and perform automations.
How does it learn those workflows?
By tracking user actions, and that includes clicks and keystrokes. The application essentially creates a log of what you do on your machine to identify repetitive tasks.
So if I'm a designer, it might notice I always open 3 specific apps, arrange them on the screen, and open the same project file, and it could offer to do that for me with one command.
Exactly. That's the promise. The user-facing benefit is a system that can build personalized shortcuts by observing behavior.
The obvious follow-up is about privacy. Where is this log of my clicks and keystrokes stored and processed?
That is the critical question, and the documentation around it will be scrutinized heavily. Is the analysis done entirely locally on the device, or is this data being sent back to OpenAI servers?
Because one of those is a personal productivity tool, and the other is a potential privacy minefield. It's the classic trade-off, utility versus surveillance.
And the feature puts the user in the position of having to trust the company's implementation and privacy policy. The question for users isn't just, is this useful, but do I trust the architecture behind it?
Okay, let's talk about Anthropic. A report this weekend put a hard number on their second quarter revenue.
The number is $11.5 billion for one quarter.
I had to read that figure twice. That's not an annual run rate. That's reported revenue for Q2. It suggests a massive acceleration for the company behind the Claude family of models.
It does. To put that in perspective, that kind of quarterly revenue puts them in the same league as some established enterprise software giants. The growth curve is steep.
This comes as the company is reportedly preparing for a potential IPO. Numbers like these change the entire narrative around that possibility. It moves them from a well-funded research outfit to a company with staggering commercial traction.
It also reframes the competitive landscape. For a long time, the conversation was dominated by OpenAI's partnership with Microsoft and Google's internal scale. This suggests Anthropic's enterprise strategy is converting customers at an incredible rate.
It also raises the stakes on their safety-focused branding. Can a company maintain a safety-first culture when it has a financial engine running this hot? The pressure to ship and grow at the scale is immense.
And with a potential IPO on the horizon, that pressure only intensifies. Public market investors will expect this growth to continue. The question is how you balance that expectation with a cautious, research-led approach to deployment. It's a tension every major lab is facing, but an $11.5 billion quarter makes that tension very, very concrete.
Also in AI today,
Anthropic isn't just focused on chatbots. A $400 million bet on biotechnology signals a serious push into AI for disease cures.
this aligns with public predictions from CEO Dario Amodei about AI's potential in the life sciences.
It seems their ambitions go well beyond just large language models.
So we have a new front in activism, a new level of monitoring on our desktops, and a revenue number that redraws the map of the AI industry.
All pointing to a simple fact. The scale of this technology and the debate around it is accelerating.
I'm Milo.
I'm Mila, and this was AI Daily.